It's great to have you with us.
From Memphis, Tennessee.
Get your VCRs ready. Get your VCRs ready.
Make it squeal like a pig, Johnny, squeal like a pig.
Big John Bailey.
G'day everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Preferred Lies podcast. We're the home of good golf and better chat. My name's Nick, and joining me on the podcast tonight, three of the best golf analysers in Toowoomba. I just made that word up just now. Sim Wu to my left, how are you, sir?
Couldn't be better, Nick. Couldn't be better. Really, just glad to be on your show tonight.
Excellent. Thanks for being here. Hitchy D to my right.
Yeah, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good. How are you going? That's what I was-
Going very well. Yeah. Thank
good.
you.
Thanks for being on my show. And Kingy to my far right. How you going, mate?
I'm going pretty good also. I'm super stoked to be on your show.
Everyone's going good. Well, thanks for being on my show. I really, really appreciate it. Your checks are in the mail. Boys, do we play much golf in the last few days? Everyone's dying to know how he scored and how he did. Simu, I might start with you, mate. Did you got out for a bit of a bash?
I've been at the course 4 times this week.
Couple of early morning starts,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah, I see
Yep.
you.
1 or 2 on the
Grinding?
range. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went down the range on Monday, and then I walked a few holes on Tuesday, and walked a few holes this morning, which is Wednesday, just for a bit of find some feels and have a bit of fun.
What did you find?
Not many golf balls, unfortunately. Left a few out there, but that's a different story.
Oh, your own golf balls. You left it. Oh, dear.
No, not too many. But I did play on Saturday. I got a late call up in a very prestigious grouping.
Marquee group.
It was a marquee group.
Birthday
on Saturday,
boy group, I
Birthday
think.
boy. So shout out to Lock Brisky. Happy birthday, mate. Myself, Frizy, and none other than our co-host here, Mr. N. Dunbar, went out for a round. Braved the early conditions, which weren't particularly pleasant, but wasn't horrible, just a bit of light drizzle and bit of wind, but turned out to be a cracking day, and I even ended up with a bit of mild sunburn, so not too bad for how it looked at the start of the day.
Skin
Anyway,
cancer, how good.
shout out.
Wear sunscreen coming into summer, kids. Mitchy boy, you played around on the weekend, and you and me had a little sneaky hit this afternoon too, didn't we?
Yeah, I played.
Didn't we?
I did. Yeah, we did, mate. But yeah, I played twice last week, so I played Wednesday and Saturday, which is very rare for me. And then yeah, you and I snuck out this afternoon and chased a couple of rounds, so that was good.
Yeah, it was good fun. You and me had around today, King Man.
We did. Yep. I managed to get out on Saturday as well after we had a late cancellation of softball training because of the said rain that Sim Wu mentioned earlier. And I managed to jag myself a group, jumped in. PS Dub jumped in. Pro Shop Wade jumped in with me as well, which was pretty good. So we had a nice little fun round there. Started off hot. We had to tee off the 18th because there was a wedding that was happening a bit later on. So teed off the 18th, maybe about a 10-minute warm-up beforehand. Sawed off a little 7-iron into the wind, and we thought the fucker was going in the hole. Ended up 40 centimetres short of. So easy little tap-in birdie. Then proceeded to bogey and bogey the next one, double bogey the one after that, then bogey the next 5 on the trot to finish 6 over on the front 9.
Yeah, perfect.
Birdied the 10th though, and then kind of went my way through there. Ended up, I think I bogeyed the last or the second last. So I ended up like 6 over or 7 over after almost hole-in-one start. So
It doesn't get any better than this, and it didn't.
it did not get any better than that. Today was a bit better
Yeah,
though.
struck him all right today.
Yeah, struck the ball pretty well. 2 over, I think, today off the stick, which wasn't too bad. Took a while to get my first birdie. Lipped a couple. Maybe they didn't even lip out, did they? They just kind of ran past the lip.
Just hard to get a read on the greens at the moment, isn't it?
I thought they rolled pretty well. I think they're rolling
Nice this morning.
quite true.
Maybe it was just me then.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably was, yeah. But you struck the ball all right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Again, couldn't drive, although I went out, I had 18 with you, and then Mitchy sent us a text, hey, you want to come hit some balls? And you can't turn that down. So
That's living.
went out after then, hit we would have got 7 or 8 holes in, and struck it, almost dunked one on 14. Up the back there, missed it by this much. We thought it was in. After Mitchy put one tight, we thought, what are the odds we're playing a social round and we both fucking
Hole out.
no one to believe us, not a fucking single soul. But
Yeah,
it was
you're
good
right.
fun.
No one
but
would,
hitting irons a lot better, and just want to big shout out to Mitchy and his all of his help with that. So if you're looking for a swing doctor, talk to Mitchy, he'll sort you out. Now, boys, we're going to jump into the front 9 side of things. We're going to do a quick little review side of things. on the FedEx Open de France. Before we do, we'd like to make mention of our sponsors for the front nine, Build Right Innovations. You've heard a lot about them from us over the last few weeks. They're the best at what they do. They specialise in high-quality new builds. They do renos, extensions. They'll do things and tailor them to your unique needs. Jack will listen to what you have to say and implement it, and he'll work with you. So give Jack a call, 0403 760 176. His number will be in the show notes for you as well if you didn't quite catch that. Jump on board, Build Right Innovations, help them because they help us. Now, boys, review side of things, FedEx Open de France. Michael Kim took a one-shot win here, shooting 16 deep over Aussie's Elvis Smiley and Frenchman, which shocked me a little bit, Jong Weon Ko. Did we catch much of this one, fellas? Anyone keep it on this one? I know you did, Simwo.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Watched a little bit of it. It's in that prime time slot. It's an interesting looking course. Obviously, we hadn't seen a lot of it on the Euro Tour because, as we discussed last week, this is normally played at the
Le Golf National.
Le Golf National.
That one. But yeah, no, caught a little bit of it. It was interesting to see Brooks get up there and challenge for a little while.
Yeah, he was right up there.
I think he made the cut last start and then now he's challenged. So hopefully he's finding a bit of form. The poor fella, he's been out in the wilderness for a little while. So that was interesting. Obviously, Min Woo fighting it out there for the second and third round, but just really couldn't put a full round together. I think Mitch said in the chat that his driver was a bit wayward. I didn't see too much of it. I did see him in
He
some...
putted the house down round 1 and round 2. He had bombs dropping in left, right and centre. I think he had a big eagle putt that dropped in from stupid distance in round 1, and he was saving pars with some decent length putts as well. So might have found something there and tried to ride the wave, but just slipped off a little bit, I think, in the 4th round.
Yep.
What did you boys think of this one? Mitch, do you catch much of it?
I watched a little bit of the replays, and yeah, Minwoo looked good in some spots, and his driver was very, very wayward in that third round.
Spraying at both sides? Or?
Just way right. There was one that he was like 60 yards right of the fairway. Like, it was not even close. So,
been there before, Min.
yeah.
If you need some advice, give me a ring, a ding ding, and we'll get you sorted for that one. As Simwe brought up, Brooks scraped in to the top 4, which was good to see. Hit in some form, and Min Woo with a top 5 finish. So some good things. But just want to have a chat about little. I say little. He's a big fella. Elvis Smiley. He was doing some good things. He featured a bit. I didn't watch much of it live, but managed to catch up on some highlights. And he was striking the ball quite well. I think he shot a 4th round 65, which is very, very decent. To sneak into second spot was probably unlucky not to push a little bit harder. Do we expect to see a little bit more out of Elvis moving forward, fellas?
I think we do. So when he won the PGA last year, was it? He was about 772nd ranked in the world. So in the last year on the DP World Tour, and including this event, he's now up to 128th in the world.
Shit, wow. That's a big jump.
So he's moving definitely in the right direction. So I think, definitely we're going to see him.
Do we know at all, has that coincided, like changing coach, a change in, like, has he changed home bases or anything? Or is there anything sort of astronomical?
Well, I think now that he's playing against the bigger fields, you get more points for playing against stronger fields. So he's not in Australia playing the WebEx series and all that sort of stuff. Like, he's over there playing against, 200 rated fields. So
is this off the back? So he qualified to play over there off the back of Australasian Tour last year. Yeah. So he gets X number of starts, is it? Or
I think with him winning, you get full card. I think top 3 you get full card.
Yeah, right. Is he looking at doubling back down into Australia come the end of the year?
I think he will.
Because it's a DP World Tour event, isn't it? Well, the
some of them
USPGA Tour one. Queensland. The fucking, what is it?
The USPGA Tour.
Yeah, the Australian had a couple of skewies after the round today, and then went for a run that wasn't the best idea. What was I saying?
The Queensland PGA.
Queensland PGA.
No,
not the Australian PGA.
Australian PGA is
that's
the one that I was trying to say, not the US PGA Tour.
PGA Tour.
No.
2K25.
That's the one.
Excellent.
So just to round up on his events he's played, his notable events. So T34 at the Genesis Scottish Open, T5 at the Australian Open, T6 at the Danish Open or Danish Golf Championship, and then this T2 as well. So that's like his notable.
He's tracking,
of
isn't
recent.
he? Like, he's been pretty solid.
He's 14th on the DP World Tour. Must be their Order of Merit or their Race to Dubai, which is pretty cool in his first season. And he's also 128th on Data Golf as well as World Golf. So
Because their race to
Playing
Dubai
well.
goes to the end of the year, doesn't it?
we're only on the back 9 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because top 10 you get PJ Tour card.
Yep.
Yeah, right. And he's sitting at 13 at the moment.
Yep.
So there's a chance he could earn a card out of this if he keeps on playing good golf.
Like, because he'll get some points
Yep,
when he
so
comes back down under.
The top 10 not otherwise exempt to get a 2026 tour card, and the top 120 retain their card. So he's effectively retained his card for next year on the DP, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
right.
pretty
If he
solid to have
holds
in the
that
back
position.
pocket.
Yep, and
Yeah.
then if he gets another couple of top 10s.
Well, if you take Rory out, because he'll be leading at the moment, isn't he? The race to
that's
Dubai.
true. That's
so
true.
he's
yeah,
already
yeah.
exempt.
So there's Rory, Tyrrell, and that's it in the top 10.
Tyrrell's
Already
exempt because he's
Yep.
fucking. Oh,
You got Marco Penge, Adrian
Pengi,
Sadier,
Pengi. It's like the Rangi balls we feel this morning.
Alex Noren, Haotong Lee, John Parry, Laurie Cantor, who's worked his way back. Yeah, but no, very high chance, I'd say.
yeah, good on him. Hopefully, he can keep some form running.
Speaking of good form, sure thing with Adam King.
Oh, we're back, baby.
It hit.
It did hit.
Talk us through it.
We jumped on a created bet, which was pretty good. So it was any two of Old Ming Wu, Michael Kim, and Adrian Sadier to top 10. And obviously, Michael
That happened.
Kim won it, and Old Ming is from Sunnybank. He come in 5th, did we say?
5th.
Yeah,
T5.
T5,
Yeah, there's a few others.
which is
there.
a top 10. So there we go. They paid like $350 or something.
It's a good little bet.
Yeah. Well, he
Man.
missed the top 20 multi, so Jordan Smith actually missed the cut. He was the only one who didn't make the top 20. Foxy was the other one, and Ming Wu, obviously, he made the top 20.
Yeah, Foxy 35th or something. He was in and around, but just didn't.
Oh, he was in top 20.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. I had a little green tick on my fucking thing, so
Oh, man, I was thinking of someone else.
probably.
Well, anyway, sure thing with Adam King gets the job done.
Excellent.
Yeah, exciting.
Fired up for the Ryder Cup. Here we
Well,
go.
Ryder Cup time. It's probably why you've all tuned in. Is to you didn't really want to hear about our poor golf over the week. Well, you might have. Who knows? The Ryder Cup. We're amongst it. It's on. I thought it'd be wrong of us to start talking about the cup without talking about the course first of all. So I've tasked golf science major Sim Wu to have a look at Bethpage Black itself and just tell us a bit what we can expect, mate. What are we looking at here?
Well, I guess probably the most common thing to kick off with is the warning sign at the start of the black course, which says the black course is it says warning up the top in red letters. The black course is an extremely difficult course, which we recommend for highly skilled golfers only.
Have you seen the visors in the merch shop?
No.
With the warning, this is,
Yeah,
it's,
right.
It's
They
like
got it
the
written on
warning
there.
symbol on the visor. I thought of you and Ushy immediately. I was like,
Visors rock.
that's proper
So
Sim Wu respect.
So obviously, if this was a private course, they wouldn't put a warning on there. But because this is a public course, anyone can play it. So it's Bethpage State Park. There's a number of different courses. So we play the black course for this event. So it was the first public course to actually get featured on an Open or PGA Championship rotation. And it was part of the PGA Tour's desire to generalise the game or take it away from just the private courses and make
Yeah,
it
it's for the
make it
common
on
man,
on the
yeah.
public courses. So it last hosted a major tournament in 2019, which was
Brooksy.
Brooks Koepka, who's not in the field.
Koepka.
Cupcake.
So no one in the squads has won a tournament here. No one in either of the Ryder Cup squads. But the most
It's a
recent
good fact.
Yeah, so the
I would've thought-
most recent winner was Brooks, and then the most recent before Brooks probably should have been on the squad, Mr. P. Reid. He won it at a tournament there in 2016. So
Did he? Yeah.
Speaking of P. Reid,
he ran the Barclays there in 2016. So maybe he should have been on there. But with regards to the course, so it's POA and bent hybrid greens, running about 13 on the stimp. Because of when we're playing this tournament, so it's starting to get into autumn over there now. So the rough's not going to be as vicious. But that really doesn't take too much away from this course. It's pretty significant. So they've added a few bunkers into the par 5 13th. So some fairway bunkers. So it's a 608-yard par 5. But they thought it was a little bit too gettable, so they put some fairway bunkers in right where people were getting.
Right on the landing
It's just
spot.
it's just a little bit gettable, So
600 yarder.
added a bit of extra stuff in there. So in 2019 PGA, like you've got some par 4s that are playing 502, I think 502 is probably one of the longer. 515, one of the longer par fours. So
Oh, the beauty with match play is that there's no such thing as par. It doesn't matter.
it's true.
Does it?
Just beat your opponent.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a little bit of a roundup of what's changed in the course since last time we were there. It's a pretty sweet course to watch. I would imagine it's probably good for spectators as well. It's like pretty open, pretty wide to get in there, and lots of
Come inside.
Fairway width, is it
pretty narrow, I believe.
narrow?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So accuracy for driving and bombers, obviously, as well.
Yeah, but if you look at
Bomb and gouge with a rough down.
the first hole is drivable,
Yep.
according to Bryson.
Yeah.
Well, we saw a highlight of him today. He was carrying, 340?
Yeah, 332 or
Yeah.
something yards.
199 ball
ridiculous,
speed.
That's good pepper. Just a quick schedule of events that we're going to go through. So Friday, we've got the foursomes, which is the alternate shot. The 4 balls then in the afternoon, which is the best ball stuff. Move on to Saturday, and again, same. We've got the foursomes followed by the 4 ball, and then Sunday singles, which is that's what it's all going to come down to, I think, in my opinion. I send the boys on a bit of a mission. We're just going to do a quick recap of the teams just for everyone at home, and then do a bit of I call it a vibe check, but maybe like a bit of a prediction, sort of who you think will play good or bad, or who will play lots, who won't play, just a general feeling around the squad. So, Mitchie, I've got you on Team Europe, the visitors. Can you give us a quick recap and a bit of a vibe check there, mate?
Yeah, so we've got Rory McIlroy, Tommy Fleetwood, Bobby Mack, Victor Hovland, Justin Rose, Sepp Straka, Ludwig Aberg, Shane Lowry, Tyrrell Hatton, Matt Fitzpatrick, Rasmus Højgaard, and John Rahm. Probably
Pretty solid team.
very solid. The most shocking thing that I have seen today and probably this week is that I'll give you. I want you to guess who the highest ranked player in the
Sepp Straka.
So the highest or lowest. So
The worst.
the worst
Worst ranked in the Euro team.
in the event.
The worst.
It is in the Euro team.
Højgaard.
No,
Sorry.
Sozzy.
he's second.
Ranked as in OWGR.
OWGR.
Oh, I thought you meant US PGA Tour.
Queensland PGA. Is it Matty Fitz?
No, it's John Ram,
Ah,
Yeah.
Rambo.
Bam.
world number 73,
Ram.
Yeah, right.
and he won the live individual. Yada yada yada.
Yeah,
So
right.
There's
there
a
you
couple
go.
other live players on there though, but they performed at
At the majors.
At the other-
Majors, yeah.
yeah.
and Tyrrell on the
DP plays a bit.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
couple wins there, didn't he, early on in the season? Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was quite shocking that
Yeah.
he's the worst ranked player in the entire event. So when he was world number 1 a couple of years ago, so and just balling out. So I've actually got Rahm as my top point scorer for the Euros. I think he's going to go out.
That's your little vibe check. You think he's hot?
I think he's going to be hot. I think Tyrrell Hatton's going to be around there as well. I think he's been playing some really, really solid golf. I think as a team, the vibes are quite high just from what I've seen, just on social media and stuff. It's giving Queensland at Origin time vibes. Like it feels like they're playing for more than just the cup. They're playing for their countries and they're playing for the legacy of the Ryder Cup. I don't know what you guys feel.
Yeah, well, Ashley shared that, in,
Luke Donald.
in the content chat, the dressing room, or their hub, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, did the tour of the hub and kind of spoke about, the important stuff in around. This is where the lockers
Your
are.
time, your
Caddies
place.
are right next to the players. Here's your dressing room. There's a big, mural of every time that we've won away and all the stories in around behind each of that as an inspiration before you go out and fucking smash the US players. So, yeah, it definitely, as you said, it had that kind of, Queensland maroon kind of feel to
More
it.
than
and
just-
the
yeah.
passion, yeah.
Yeah. The I think we should post that video because I was pumped at watching that, like your time, your place at the end. Like this is the last thing they'll see before they walk out, and to get those insights was really cool. I don't know if the US has done anything like that. There's Captain Keegan gone aboard like the caboose and showed around. This is the dining cart down here where we'll be dining, and this is the training cart over here. It's fucking choo choo. Fucking Keegan.
I'm thinking that there could be a couple of liabilities in Big Bob. I think Bobby Mack. Just maybe not.
Do you think he'll play much though?
I don't think he's going to play all 5. He might play 3. I think he's going to either play a foursomes and he's got to play singles, obviously, but I don't think he's going to play much, as well as Højgaard. I just think with it being a
Young
debutant,
Ras,
you're either going to get paired up with like a Justin Rose, which is what happened with Bobby Mack last event.
Yep.
So Bobby Mack and Justin Rose went out, and Justin pretty much dragged him around for 18 holes and got the job done. And that's when he was pointing to each of the players, saying, "This is for you. This is for you," like pointing at all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking Big Bob and Højgaard are probably going to be the liabilities. And for Europe to have any chance, they need to go out like they did at Rome and get up early, get the crowd going in their direction. Because if they can silence that New York crowd, I think which is going to be very difficult for them to do. But I think if they can get a couple of matches up early, all of a sudden the momentum's going to be all of the atmosphere is going to be sucked out of that US crowd, because they're going to be going, "Oh my God, we've got an issue here. We're 5 down in one match and 3 down in another."
And that's what happened in Rome too. They just-
Correct, yeah.
Rome, they went out, they whitewashed the early. I think it was 3.5 to a half.
Yeah.
I think I checked the scores earlier. I was like, "Is this right? Like, have they fucked this up?" But no, they just went out and killed it.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think this is probably going to be a tight Ryder Cup. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way, unless US just pull something out and all of a sudden they're trounced them. So I think this is going to hopefully be a Ryder Cup for the ages.
Have you got any thoughts on Team Euro, mate?
I do, just on the whole John Rahm thing. So he's 73rd OWGR ranked, but he's actually 4th ranked in data golf.
Yeah.
So you got Scotty 3.26, then you got Rory on 2.03, Fleetwood on 2.02, and Rahm on 2.01. So there's, throw a handkerchief over 2, 3, 4 there, all on the Euro team. And then you got Griffin, Henley, DeChambeau, Matty Fitz, Xander, Burns, Spown, Cam Young, Vic. So obviously the top 10, top 12 is pretty heavily US focused, but the 3 of the top 4 are Euros as well. So
yeah.
obviously it's a different thing. Like skill is one thing, but being able to play under pressure in a team event is something else.
I'm looking at 2 guys for me on that Team Euro team, probably Terrell and Tommy. I think those 2 are going to probably play a lot, and I think they're going to not bear the brunt, but I think you're probably on the right track with Rahm. But I just think, the way that Tommy's been playing and the way that Terrell's been playing, I think they're going to do a lot of damage, and I think that they're going to be the standouts. I think Sepp Straka is going to be a bit of a surprise packet. I'm not sure how much he'll play, but I just think he's just shown that he can. He can do it at this level, and I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more of him out there. I think he could be a bit of a surprise packet, I'm thinking, more so than...
I agree with Tommy. I think Tommy is going to lift. I think he's got his PGA Tour win under his belt, coming off, obviously, the championship. Yeah, I think Rory's going to be a big player. I think he's been kind of playing it up, that he's been... slipping, dropping, won the Irish Open, and I think he's fucking fired up. I think he's kind of stirred the pot a little bit. I think he's kind of been walking around with his big agates out, pissing people off. He's thrown a few things out in the socials and around Bryson and whatnot, trying to poke the bear there. I don't think Terrell has the calmness, I suppose, because he is a firecracker, and I think he's just too emotionally roller coastery to be able to do 3 full days and play all 5 sessions and be fucking awesome the whole time. I reckon he'll have a couple of good sessions, but I don't think he'll be lights out. I think your lights out, he's stalwarts, just J Rose, your Rory, and potentially a Rambo, but I just don't know if he's got the legs behind him.
I think if you're doing state of origin analogies, he's a Carl Webb. He's going to come out firing. He's going to land a few blows and then
Big Charlie.
filter off, getting back off again.
Yeah.
Walker's on.
Yeah.
Fucking look out.
Yeah, but I think Tommy will be he's passionate. He's the Billy Moore. He's the fucking Queenslander. He's the guy that's going to be there
Let's
and fire
fucking
him
go
up.
in there.
Yeah, in it.
Fucking oath.
In it. Spot dick. Yeah.
Fucking spotted dick in it. Well, let us know what you think at home. If you're on Team Euro, who do you think is going to be the standout? Who do you think is going to be a surprise packet? Who do you think will play a lot? Who do you think won't play as much as the other guys? Now, conversely, we've got Team USA, and Kingy's just going to run us through a bit of a recap. Who's in the team? and do a bit of a vibe check on their squad too. And we're going to see how they're going to go about it.
Yeah,
Over to
so
you, mate.
Simwu ticked a few of them off earlier, but I'll do them from top to bottom. So we got Burnsy, we got Paddy C, Bryso, fresh off Live, Harris English, Ben Griffin, Maverick Griffin, sorry, Top Gun, Danger Zone, Russ Henley, Big C, Xander, JJ Spown, the chef himself, JT, and then Cam Young. I'm thinking.
Was big.
Oh, I thought you asked me to pause.
Oh no, sorry. My bad. I'm leaving that in.
All right, good. So player who was going to score the most. So I think Chef's going to play all five, so he'll have the best opportunity there. I think Russ Henley, he's going to get a fair bit of play as well. He paired with Chef at President's Cup in
I forgot about
3
that.
games, so I'm pretty sure they'll pair them up again. So he's going to play, Henley's probably going to play 3 or 4. More likely 4. I don't think he'll play the full 5. I think they'll rest him for one of those as well, and give some of the rookies a bit of a go. Well, he's a rookie himself, obviously at the Ryder Cup. Vibe check wise, I've kind of lent the other way. So starting off with our not so good vibes, I think Xander coming in out of form, like he had his wins early to get his points to then get an automatic selection there, and hasn't been playing a great deal of golf with Bub as well. Didn't qualify for the finals after the Amex, I think. Did he play
The what? Sorry,
at the end? The Amex.
the FedEx,
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was the one? The second last one.
BMW.
Thank you, BMW. Yeah, the best friends with American Express apparently. So BMW. Did he play the? Yeah, because he didn't play the final one. Did
No.
he? Didn't play in the final.
I forgot about Bub. That's a really good point.
Yep. JJ Spown, I'm not sure if he's going to get a decent run or not. He'll probably be paired up with a Bryson or something if they've got a big hitter and then someone who's a bit cooler and calmer. But they're very different vibes on the course. You're going to have Bryson Yahoo and carrying on like a knobhead as he bombs 350, and then Spown, he's just going to be flipping wedges and dropping in putts here and there. Good vibes wise, JT, I think he's one of your stalwarts there. And then probably Bryson, I think, is just going to be your over-the-top guy. But, I'm not sure whether he's going to get full 5 runs or not.
I think your JT's your to use an Origin analogy, he's your Billy Moore.
He's your hype man, yeah.
He's your hype. He's your pump up. He's what you're going for. Bryson's probably going to be a bit like, probably not as Carl Webby is Tyrrell. Like he's going to have those pops where he goes off and he'll go up. And I think you're right. I don't think he'll play all 5. I think he'll play, like they'll be very selective where he gets played. I think they're going to play him first out. I think he's going to get the first tee. Do they toss to see who goes first, or is it home team goes first? Is there any rules around that? Do we know who?
I think
who
home
gets
team
first?
gets the first. They get the honour.
They get
I'd
honour.
imagine.
Yeah. I think he's just going to come out and try and crank, because that's a drivable one. And I think he's just going to come out and just crank hog on the first tee. And just
There's a few markets on sports betting around that, and
Whether you'll drive it?
Yeah, I got Bryson to hit the opening UST shot at $3.05. So that hype train today.
bet.
He wasn't featured to start with. They had, he was maybe 4th down the line before all that Instagram stuff happened today, and then he just jumped up. They had Chef to be the stalwart to go out and lead off, and he was paying like $4. I think Bryson was playing like 12, and then they showed him just beating the piss out of this fucking ball, and you just watch the market come in tight. So I got him at 305. I'm not sure where it ended up.
Yeah, I'm going to check that because I like the sounds of that. Sim Wu, any thoughts on Team USA, my friend?
Yeah, if Bryson goes out and is a pairing, who does he go with normally?
I think that he's going to go Cam Young because they play the same golf ball, probably in foursomes potentially.
Yep. Left dot or left dash.
The
He's
left
a weird
dot Pro V.
Yep.
But there was talks of Russell Henley potentially being a partner as well.
He normally goes with Scheffler though, doesn't he? Scotty Chef.
No, that was Burns who was
Right.
they were bum
Burns.
buds.
So Chef and Henley paired together 3 times at President's Cup, if you're listening earlier when I said that.
Yeah.
So they have played together, most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, copy
right.
that.
Was Burnsy not at Pres Cup?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Do we know when they're going to announce like the pairings? Is that like
They do it the night before, don't they?
It's like a cutoff, like right on the okay, cool.
Night before, they do a big fucking thing about it. This is who we're sending out. And then before the afternoon round,
They do
they do
a
it
press
again.
conference.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
it again. Yep. Mitchie, any thoughts on Team USA, mate? Any potential matchups you'd like to see?
Not really. I not really. I think it's going to be good. I really don't care about the US team. They just irk me this time of year for
Yep.
some reason. It's like
You're just all
Queensland.
about the Euros.
I think they're playing for themselves. The US, how they're.
Sounds a lot like New South Wales, mate.
Well, it is. I won't.
Sorry, was that to get that in there?
But yeah, it's definitely. I think Maverick Griffin's going to be potentially what
Yep.
were you calling him? A surprise packet.
Yep.
Surprise packet.
Someone's got
Glitter
him
bomb.
Tarzos.
tipped for highest individual score.
Yeah. For
I
some
reckon
reason, he
he'll do
strikes
pretty
me as like a homer. Remember how Homer last at Rome kind of just balled out,
Yeah.
just out of the blue.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Yeah.
So
No, I'm Simpson.
no,
Don't.
Max.
Maxi.
Maxi. Gotcha. I got my homers mixed up. Well, what I might get from us all is just a predicted score or like who you think will win and by how much. And then I think King, you might have a little bit of a. Do you have anything in the sure thing?
Yeah, I've got a couple of little punts there. There's a lot of markets out there,
There's
though.
big
But
stuff, yeah.
I'll let the fans know what I've put on.
Yeah, copy that. Well, I'll kick us off. I think Team Euro is going to get the job done by a point and a half. Is my prediction. I'm not sure what the score is going to be, but I think a point and a half. I think it'll come down close, and then they'll sneak a couple in at the end there in the singles. And, a point and a half they'll win it by. What are your thoughts, Simbu?
16-12 US.
You think big?
No, it's not big. It's a US style win on home soil, I reckon.
I was going to say 15.5, 12.5 euro.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I reckon the US are going to win. I'm not a big. I don't want them to, but I think they will. But I think it's going to be
Is this
tight.
your tip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got US by 1-3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so in around there, it's going to be tight.
What's that paying?
$4.
Well, I'd love you had that in the fucking.
It's one of my sure things with that.
Well, let's jump into the sure thing. Tell us about some markets. Is there anything that might interest the common punter on the Ryder Cup?
Casual
or is-
punter.
Yeah. You know,
Outright winner US is paying $1.65. Euro was $2.50 this afternoon. The tie's paying $13. Which that'd be pretty cool. If there was a tie, that means Europe retain.
Oh,
the
like
Ryder
a
Cup.
draw. Sorry, I thought you meant like as a Thai person playing as well. I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah,
A draw. Right.
Jung P Woo didn't quite get the call up with the dongs.
the sure thing with Adam King this week, we're going to run a few little bets at the Ryder Cup. I've got 3. This is a pretty cool one. A hole in one, paying $5.20. I jumped on that just because there's not going to be that many shots at a hole in one, obviously compared to a regular tournament. But we'll take that one at $5.20. I think 2 or more was paying like 18 or $20 or something. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see one at least. I've got Bryson to hit the opening US tee shot at $3.05. After that hype train on Instagram that we saw today, that's going to be pretty close to being a sure thing there, I think. And then my third bet is the US to win by 1 to 3 points at $4, which wasn't too bad. Not a bad little 3 bets for the sure thing with Adam King at the Ryder Cup. Hoping that Team Euro can get it done, and hopefully I'll lose that last bet at least.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty concise, mate. You've done pretty well there.
Thank you.
Big fan. Do we like the sure things, boys?
Yeah.
Final say for the Ryder Cup.
Thanks, Mitch. What do you reckon of my awesome betting there, mate?
Yeah, I love it.
Thanks, mate.
I'm right on it.
Yeah, you should
Just
nail
need some
heads.
validation from my peers.
If I gambled, I would definitely be taking that.
Not a gambler.
No, not really.
Please remember to gamble responsibly, and all of the current as of tonight when we're recording this. I'll tell you when that is later. All right, well, that brings us to a close, unless we've got anything else in the Ryder Cup. Any final thoughts?
I just need to come out and say those practice shirts for the US are fire. I love them.
The milkshake spec.
Yeah. I'm right on that.
It's like 1980s kind
Yep,
of
exactly,
splash
exactly.
paint, isn't it? Yeah. I don't mind it.
I don't know why, but the pink and brown from Team Euro, I frothed it. I'm not sure why. Those colours don't work together. but-
Neapolitan.
Yeah, Tommy Fleetwood looked like an ice cream in there. Side note, had a Neapolitan Kit Kat last night. Do yourselves a favour.
Yeah, right.
Delicious. Any last thoughts from you boys before we break?
No, that was good. That was pretty heavy, I think. I think we had a good chat there. I think the vibe's going to be, next week we'll have some mad yarns about what we saw.
We might have a bit of a watch party. We might do some filming on King's deck and get naked.
We can do that. What time's televised in Australia?
I know it's early because I was listening to the No Laying Up podcast this afternoon when I was doing a little bit of practice, and they were saying it's starting at like 7:10 local time.
Yeah.
So that's
They do tee off early, don't they?
early. So that'd be
Because they've got to get
probably
the afternoon field.
late Arvie, maybe early evening here potentially. I don't know what the time difference
I
is.
did see it.
good
I
idea.
just
Have a
yeah,
Quick look now.
yeah,
Best
it'd be
phase.
peak beer sipping time around a fire with some tomahawks on the grill.
Ooh.
So it's 5:12 a.m. there now, and it's 7:12 p.m. here. So what's that?
2 hours.
So 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 o'clock. So we'll be able to see the first couple of tee shots on
Straight after the
because it's
Rugba Leege.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, isn't it? Which will be Thursday night. No, it'll be Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night.
It's after the Rugby League.
After the AFL
After
grand
the
final.
AFL, yeah. So some little. Let us know who you're backing in the Ryder Cup. Anyway, get in touch with us. Leave a comment on our socials. Jump on board. We love hearing from you guys. So yeah, if you want to get in touch with us, let us know what you're thinking, and stay tuned for more diabolical chat right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the Preferred Lives podcast, home of good golf and better chat. You've joined us at halfway, which is the turn, brought to you by our mates at Crush Organics. They've been supporting us, and I can see that you guys have been using our code PLP, which gets you 40% off your order. I've had a few emails come through saying that we've helped some people buy some stuff, and I love getting those because it means that you guys are getting value out of a sponsor of the show, and the sponsors are loving it because we're giving them some value too. So jump onto Crush Organics. There's a link in the show notes to this episode. Jump on, use code PLP, and get 40% off your order from Crush Organics today. Now, the back nine, fellas. We're going to jump in. We're going to start off with some shout-outs. I've got two early ones. It's Team Euro himself, Mr. Adam Fastnage's birthday today. So I just want to give a big cheerio, old sport. Happy birthday, isn't it?
Happy birthday, bruv.
Happy birthday,
Have some
bruv.
speckled ends in here. Warm temperature.
Warm temperature. Mitch, you going to do an accent for us, mate?
No.
Come on.
Go on. Do it.
Go on, bro.
You have to now.
Go on. Go on, boy.
Big
Go on.
dirty space.
Big dirty space, mate. Nah, happy birthday, Fasty. Hope you had a fucking ripper day, mate, and got spoiled by the girls and had a few beers to celebrate. You're probably only 28 or something, knowing you sprightly young demon. So big well done to you, mate. Also want to give out a shout out to Troy from Wynnum. Big shout out to him. He's put an order through for a towel. I didn't know he was a listener until I got an email from him today asking for a towel. So
Fours man.
the Foresman, yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Troy. Thanks for listening, mate. We really appreciate it and love the support of buying a towel. Speaking of towels, if you want to buy one, the best way to do that is to send an email to info@preferredliesgolf.com. The boys will get back to you with payment details. We're looking at probably placing an order in the next 2 weeks. So if you can get your orders in the next 14 days, get them all paid for, and we'll get those done ASAP. We're looking at about a week or two for production, so only a few weeks away, which is exciting. Any shout-outs for you boys?
Yeah, I've got a little shout out to the Thunder Under-13 boys soccer team. They had their semi-final on the weekend versus Lions. We had a home semi. We came second, and we got to play the third-place team. Lions come up from Ipswich to play us. Boys went down early, a little bit razzled early, went down 1-0, nice little goal, but managed to wrangle back a couple of late goals in the second half off the back of the young fella Jimmy. He's the goalkeeper. He would have saved probably 12 to 15 goals, I think, between after that first goal was scored.
And proper speckies too.
Yeah, a
They
couple
weren't
of
just
big
your
diving
standard ones.
tips
eh?
over the top, full stretch here and there, and took some good commanding plays out on the ball as well, and actually got an assist. So the second goal was an assist off his boot to our striker, who took 2 touches and slotted it away for us to go up 2-1. And then they held off on what seemed like injury time went for about 15 minutes. We think in a 35-minute half, just kept going and going. But the boys got the
Blow
win.
the whistle.
They'll come up against Taringa, not this weekend, next weekend, who are by far the premier team. We haven't beaten them all season, so we'll go in as underdogs, which is good for our boys. So big shout out to the Thunder Under-13 boys for getting the dub in their first official semi-final.
Well done, fellas. That was my first proper soccer game I've watched like live and that, and it was really, really cool to see. Like, even though the young fellas like Jimmy, I want to give him a shout out. Just he's out there holding court. He's back there. You're there, you're here. You come back, you do this. It was really cool to see that sort of stuff that me as a non football fan really gets to see. So yeah, big shout out to you, Jimmy, and to the rest of the team. The boys played awesome. It was a pleasure to watch us play. Simwo, any shout outs from you?
Not from me, mate, no.
Not from you. I believe you got a special shout out, Mitchie.
Yeah, so big shout out to Marty Radloff. So bumped into him out at the Highfields Tavern after my round on Saturday. So was getting
What
into
are we doing out there?
we were looking for somewhere to go for tea. Everywhere else was booked out. But yeah, I was getting in the car and I just get a, "Oi, Mitty, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Who the hell is that?" And he was putting his grandparents into the car or something like that. They were there for a wedding. So no, it was good to see Marty out there, and he was just about to go and rip and tear. So hopefully he had a good night.
He was on.
Putting the
garbage gypsy
putting the
was
oldies
on.
to bed and offer you
Doing
let the leash
thing.
off.
Yeah.
Atta boy, on you, Marty.
There was a few special events this week, probably headlined by the Parks Open, the very first one, I believe.
It's every year.
The first one that Zach's held.
Well, the first one that it's actually been properly run, because last year was only in there for like a couple of weeks. But
Yeah,
this is
Roger,
a first proper go at it.
Yeah, we had some we had some spies head down to do some scouting for us because we're looking at taking a group down next year. We're looking at supporting the Parks Open and getting on board with that. We thought we'd send Daddy D and Riley down, and Daddy D's given us a bit of a scouting report on how it all went. So do you want to carry on with that, Mitchie?
Yeah, well, let's get into it.
Hey fellas, Daddy D here. Just a bit of an update on the Bunty Hunters trip to Parks Open. Riley D and Daddy D went down to Parks to catch up with the Chocky Milkshake Kid, and what a weekend it was. Fantastic weather, a bit cold leaving the Gold Coast at 29 degrees and getting to Parks. It was -2 on Saturday morning. But, apart from that, it was absolutely fantastic weekend. The course down there is absolutely mint. Probably the best greens I've played on in many, many years. Super fast. The course itself was just incredibly in good condition. I think you had a field of 178 players, huge turnout. The vibe around the club was just absolutely amazing. And, at the end of the day, I played like an absolute busted backside. Had plenty. I think I had 27 putts on the first 9 holes. So you can imagine how fast the greens. I think they were running about 12 on Saturday and 13 on Sunday. So, the greens were slick. Great weekend. Played with some great blokes down there. Real country club, sort of country course atmosphere. And in the end, a huge amount of sponsorship from one of the local transport companies down there, SCT. And, we ended up... managing to jag a couple of prizes. I think I might have got a compassion prize for that, along the way. And Riley ended up winning the B grade net only by one shot. So for those that think he might be a bush ranger, yes, he may well be, but I don't think he'll be playing off. I think he was playing off 14 for that weekend. And it's a tough course. I think it was rated at par 74 on both days. Pretty crazy. But yeah, anyway, that was it. I mean, an awesome weekend. Thoroughly recommend the PLP guys putting a team together and sending a team down there next year because they've had a long-standing relationship with people from Asquith Golf Club in Sydney. They had people that have been going there for 30 years. And big contingent from Sydney came up. Zach had a pro, play the pro type concept, which was quite good. And all in all, a fantastic weekend. Look forward to going again next year. So anyway, Daddy D out. Cheers, boys.
Big raps from Daddy Dunbar there, fellas.
Well done. Comprehensive.
That was very well done. So big thank you to Daddy D and well done to Riley, who showed that there's 2 courses he can play at, Coralban and Parks now. So big well done to the Mirror Man himself. How good's that? That sounds pretty fucking cool. Like 170 odd through. I think maybe we should get get a side down there next year. What do you boys reckon?
We might have to book in early by the sounds of it. Sounds like it's a pretty popular gig.
Might have to throw some sponsorship money. Might fly the PLP flag, do a live potty.
Wow, that's what I was thinking. Live show.
Live show.
On the bus on the way down.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I think you
I
need
got a
Braille.
bus. I got a bus.
I think you need to learn to read Braille and some sign language for that potty. That'd be pretty rough.
I think 200's about capacity, he was saying. So
I say 30. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Discord only. I mean, for beyonders.
I think maybe that could be a trip for the bunny hunters. So yeah, if you're interested in the Parks Open, maybe give us an early shout and tell us what you think if you can. Let us know. We'll get a bus down and holy fuck, will we have a good time? I reckon. Now, everyone's favourite part of the show, steamers and or bunty hunters of the week. I want to start with you two because you two were talking in the green room a bit earlier. Simu and Mitchie. Simu might have had a bit of a Barry Crocker on some holes. He might feature a bit. Mitch, what do you got for us?
yeah, so we might go in chronological order. So we'll start on the 18th. Start on the 18th, and luckily the wedding at this stage hadn't started. So we get up on the 18th, and I think Simo, we were still up at this stage, so you teed off first.
Yep.
And proceed to hit the bullseye on the balloon garland in the marquee. So it just goes right angles, bang, straight into the bullseye. Like it would have hit dead centre.
If they were out there having drinks, I would have scared some people.
Probably done more than
Hosel?
scare.
Hosel, yep.
Nothing but?
Hosella. Yep.
Like the round part of the...
Pure.
Yeah, okay, excellent.
Pure. Absolutely
Fantastic.
pure.
You just presented the round part of the club. It happens to us.
Well, it was just so bizarre because, like, I got 16 points, so we teed off on 10, and that was 18. At 16 points, I picked up on that hole, but 16 points, I was having a good round.
You're
I had a really ripper chip in on 15A from the right-hand side, fanned it out, and then little open 59 and just popped it up and trickled in for a birdie.
Easy
and,
bird. Yep.
You know, we got a couple of points. We're up. The vibe was high. Stood up on 18 with a 7 because the wind was in our face a bit and didn't feel anything untoward. And unfortunately,
Oh, no.
boom, straight away. Yeah. Anyway,
All right, so that's one.
So that's the
one.
first.
Oh,
and
dear.
then we go into the second one, which was on the 5th. So
So not long after.
So no, only 6 holes, but kind of hooked it.
Yeah.
Well, just pulled it.
Pulled
Wasn't
it
real
left.
much of a hook, but hits the trees and drops straight down, almost up along the fence line, but it was kind of up near a
One of the
skinny
bigger
tree.
trees, yeah.
And he's there, and he's got I don't know what club. I think it was 2-iron. So he's pulled his 2-iron out, and he's gone upside down, like toe down, and gone lefty. And in my head, I'm thinking, geez, there's a lot more club if you just go back of it, especially with the 2-iron. But no, we go and
whiff.
airy.
Oh, no.
You didn't.
Airy.
And then I was like, so you could either have another go at that or just use the back of the club or you use putter and then you got your putter out and you chipped it back into the fairway.
Yeah, okay.
Backside of the Scotty and just hit it out onto the fairway,
Fair.
10 metres, and we went from there and made double. So
Double, yeah.
the old double. So that was the first two, and we're sort of starting to get into pretty rare territory now because, you know, when a bowler gets the first wicket and then the second wicket, it's a hat-trick ball. So for the rest of the round, we're on this hat-trick ball.
Waiting for the third.
Waiting for the things that happen, and it happened to be on 9. So
Your last hole of the day.
we went past 18 and 9 in that little corner there before the wedding, but it was actually wedding time when we were coming down 9 on the way back. So with that in mind, no, I wasn't really thinking about it. I had been swinging pretty freely with my driver, but for some reason I tugged one high left, so OB. So we've gone OB. So if it was the last hole of the day, I'm going to reload. Don't get a shot on 9, but we'll have another dig. Hit one, low fade, but it rolled just about a metre before the bunker. So that's sweet.
Oh, yeah,
At least
good.
I get to play it. That'll be good. Anyway, everyone else has had their shots, and we're doing our thing. I think I had like 80 metres or something. So I'm like, 55, just hit it pretty full.
White flag? Oh, no, it was a
white flag.
it
up
was
the
back
back.
left,
Yeah.
yeah.
White flag sub the back, which makes my story sound a little bit better for me.
Wait for it.
Yeah. Anyway, one of the weaknesses of my game at the moment is finding the ball halfway up instead of hitting the ball at the bottom. And I've done that really successfully on this occasion.
Found the equator.
Found the equator and launched it, and it sort of just drove enough up into the air, and it airmailed the green and went into the aluminium balustrades around the 9th, and made this almighty bell ringing sound, and everyone's just stopped and looked around and didn't know what was going on, and I've just done the whole casual thing and got back into the buggy, and away we went. So
That was the hat trick.
That was the hat trick. That was it. That was the everything.
He's
that
giving him!
happens in threes. It's called the Holy Trinity of Simu Lee. So
Did you go fish it out of the...
I went for a look, but I couldn't find it. So if anyone is in 1A of the night and buys that and finds a Pro V1 with 3 green dots, that's mine. Thank you.
It's in Merle's top drawer. She's got it all saved. That's good yarns.
It makes a very loud noise, just in case anyone hasn't done that yet. But yeah, wow.
I'm sure I'll get the opportunity one day. Don't worry, mate. I'm sure I'll be there. I've got one from today. I've got one that's pretty good, actually. We played with 2 older gentlemen. Warwick was the one to feature here on 14, little par 3. Small spun into the bunker right, and proceeds to... He hit the equator of the ball too from the bunker, which step 1, get out of the bunker, achieve, tick. Step 2, landed on the green, did not quite, ended up on the back fence, straight behind. And he's sort of like, how am I gonna? What do I? He stood there for a good minute or so, like, how do I hit this? Like, do I get a drop? We're like, well, you don't. There's no drop. You just hack it out. So being old man golf, he pulls putter. I thought, oh yeah, little Texas wedge. So this makes perfect sense. So for those who can't see, he's standing straight up with his back against the fence. He's got his putter and his...
No, he was facing the fence. He was on the left side of the ball.
Yeah.
So he's facing the fence. His literally nose is on the fence.
And we thought he was going to hit it backwards, you know, like what you were doing. Little. Instead of that, he's scooped it like he was trying to get a fish out of a tank.
Lacrosse.
Yeah, he was doing like
Lacrosse.
a scoop flick. He was trying to scoop flick it back behind him.
Was not successful in his endeavours.
The release
held on
point.
for too long, straight up in the air. Hits the top rail of the fence, the circular rail. Ball proceeds to go upwards, higher than the pines on the left. It would have been a metre or 2 over the pines.
15 metre high pines by the way.
Into the shit. And I'm like, well, because I was already in. I'm like, oh, well, I better go help him have a look. So I'm in there, getting my Steve Irwin on, trying to find this fucking ball. And I found it, and he snuck in behind me there. And it's just around this side, mate. If you just run around there's a little opening. I can see it. I couldn't get to it. There's some thick brush there, but there was like an opening here. I'm like, look, if you just go round this way, come in there. Look, it's right there. You can see it. It then proceeds to get into my personal space, and like almost cuddling me. Head here. Where is it? Fucking there. Fucking what there? Like, so instead of going, so there's tree, thick shit, ball, opening, shit everywhere. So instead of going out of the opening, he came in, going around into the other opening, grabbing the ball. He goes this way through the shit, duck and weave, and I'm like, I'm not staying here for this. I got out of there. I think we waited.
To get the full experience of that, jump onto the YouTube channel and you'll be able to see everything that Reese was just explaining there. While you're there, like, share, and subscribe as well, please. Yeah.
But holy fuck, I've never seen someone try and play a lacrosse scoop off the fence, have it shoot in the air, and then go out of bounds. It was
There was that video on
spectacle.
social media.
OB, was it? Because I was waiting for him to hit it back in, and he just come walking out with his ball in the end.
it was close enough that he probably could have, but I think he just
had enough. Yeah.
yeah.
You also, sorry, you
That
go.
video where that guy was right near an out of bounds fence and he was on the other side of a path and he goes to chip it, and on his when he chips it up in the air on his backswing, he scoops
swoops
it
it back,
goes over the
yeah.
fence.
It's like that Indian dude in the cricket when he goes like he
Goes
goes to
to
throw
try.
it, throws it at his feet, he goes, oh no.
You can't scoop your ball either.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you that, but old Warwick, I don't think he knew. Yeah, there was a bit
Get
going
in.
on with Warwick. Yeah.
But yeah, you can't scoop it. So you've got to make a swing at it because it's the same as a push, right? Like you can't push your putt. You've got to.
Nah, he was a proper
He probably scooped it. Yeah.
I think he took a wipe and he earned his wipe on that hole. Any bunny unders or steamers from anyone else? Have you got one for us, King?
I don't have a bundy under. I've got a steamer though, and I'm gonna reference old Warwick again.
Shout out Warwick.
He had a couple of occasions early on. I had a couple of birdie putts early on. He's standing side onto my putt, and he's like, "Oh, that's a great putt."
It's
Like
in.
once or twice, yeah. Oh, that's a great one. That's in, and I'd missed by half a cup. I'm like, oh right, maybe he just didn't see it right. Started to get to the point then, maybe on the back nine. I think I had a nice birdie putt look on.
On 6, you were pretty.
Yeah, 6 was a good look at it.
Animated.
Yeah. And then, so I got a little bit hot under the collar there. And then I think I had
6B.
left one just in the teeth of one in.
That's in the
Yeah, that's in the
hole.
hole as it stops. So I proceeded to say this 4 or 5 times. And then we get to the 17th, I think. And I'm still birdie free at this point. Have a birdie putt, maybe a good 15-footer, I think. Green's a little furry, so I've been leaving him a little bit short. Put a good stroke on this one, and it rolled and rolled and rolled. 3 foot out. Great putt, that's in. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to punch this old man in the fucking throat if he says it one more time. And it proceeds to pause as it gets to the lip, the right edge of the lip, literally stops. And I think there was half a breeze that just lifted up, that just tipped it in. And I looked at him square in the eye, said, Warwick, you're lucky that dropped into the bottom of the hole, mate, because I was going to punch you in the fucking face. And he had a good old chuckle about it. You know, it wasn't, I said it with a smile on my face, but it was starting to irk me a little bit there. So,
A little bit. You had a head like a Japanese
yeah,
flag.
I was firing up. But even old Tony Dunn, he said, he's done that to you 5 or 6 times today. And then old Warwick proceeded to fucking jinx Tony Dunn as he gets onto the 18th hole. He goes, I'm not going to say what Tony was just talking about because he's on 43 points at the moment and we want to finish strong. Meanwhile, old Tony gets up there and
Hasn't hit a bad shot all
hasn't
day.
hit a bad shot
Tony
all
has
day.
not. He's just straighty 180.
Warwick's
all
planted
day.
this seed in his head, and then he's almost hoselled this down the cart path on the 18th, and it's disappeared into the bush. And he's just snapped his head back around at Warwick, and I said, Warwick, that was your fault, mate.
So a little bit more context on 17. After Kingy hit the putt, the ball's not even halfway to the hole is when Warwick's gone, oh, that's gone in. Kingy snapped over at me like, I'm going to punch on. Like, we are punching on. And then the ball stops and I look up at Kingy and holy shit, there was venom in the eyes. And then the ball dropped and it was just like a reset, oh, it's okay. The ball went in. I don't have to go and murder an old man. This is excellent. How good. But yeah, don't talk to other people's balls, please. Just a little side note on that. Unless you're playing with Rowie. Hit a house. Did he? He loves it. Any other steamers from you, lads?
I got another bunty.
Hit us with it.
The Fry Lord on the 3rd.
Lord of the Fries.
Yeah, so playing on the 3rd, I think we were still up at this stage and we've teed off first. Simo, you hit it just down the right-hand side. And then I've hit onto the green and then Frizy gets up there and it's a left to right breeze on the 3rd to a back right flag. So it's a pretty tough pin. And so we get up there, Frizy hits, and it's going right of the cart path, fading on the wind. And we're like, oh dear, get lucky. Because if it hits the path, it could go it'd be 60 past the green. No good. Hits the tree, rattle, rattle, rattle. And then all of a sudden, I think Simo was like, oh, look at it. It's on the green. And this thing has legitimately run down this tree trunk, down the branch and rolled up to 6 feet. He's got the nearest to the pin. Did he get the nearest to the pin?
No, he got pin for the
shot.
Yeah, the shot we were playing was
for the comp.
For
your
match.
Yeah.
For the
For
match.
that. And then proceeds to leave his putt short.
Oh dear.
But this thing was 30, probably going to be 30 right of the green and 60 long, and it's rolled up to 6 feet.
foot.
Like straight down the possum hole is what I said, I think.
That tree's about 20 odd metres from the green, so it's,
Yeah.
it's gone a fair distance, and there's 2 bunkers on that side of the green as well, so it's navigated in between those and just gone jump
Frizy.
straight
Better
on.
lucky than good. Better
Well,
lucky.
it was a fantastic shot.
It was a great shot. Great shot.
Fuck, how good. Now, boys, before we wrap things up, we're not going to spend a lot of time because we got a lot of backlash. We're not a rugby league podcast, but just want to get everyone's tips for this weekend real quickly. We've got the AFL Grand Final, Geelong versus Brisbane. Kingman, you're a Lions fan.
Hell yeah, yeah.
So you're on the Lions,
boys
think
had boys had a hell of a win on Saturday night.
Great game.
Yeah, against the Magpies, against Collingwood. Came out firing first quarter. They hit a big brick wall for the second quarter, but came out after a bit of a razzle up and then just started to stretch away. So boys are in some pretty good form. Hopefully they can
Two-peat
carry
for
that
them.
through.
They won last year, so it'll be a two-peat if they get up.
Will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although last year they weren't expected to either, were they? They went,
No.
like they kind of came out of the clouds to win it. So I think they've kind of battled their way through the finals this year so far. So it'd be interesting to see. Back to the MCG, they played at the MCG on the weekend in front of 93,000, I think, with probably 92
Collingwood
two
supporters.
teeth Collingwood supporters in there.
8 teeth in the entire stadium.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, it'd be a good, really good match. I reckon it's going to be a hell of a game.
Be good. Mitchy, your tip? You an AFL man?
Yeah, I think the Lions are going to get up. I think it's going to be a really tight contest. Riley's a mad Lion supporter, so he's going to be watching at home. So,
In
Mum
between
and
watching himself in the mirror?
yeah, probably. Mum and Dad and Lauren are actually up this weekend, so Riley's got the house to himself, so he'll be having a watch
dear.
party, which is probably good because I think he gets fairly fired up watching the Lions. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really
It's a good time
game.
to buy stocks in aloe vera oil down that way,
I would say so.
just in case. Riley, home alone, look out. Lions. You're on the Lions. You've got a premiership cap.
I do have, I'm a big Lions fan. Third grand final in a row. So we got beaten by Collingwood, then we flogged Sydney, and then we're back in it again. First team to make the finals series after winning a premiership in 20 years or 10 years or something like that, something ridiculous. So it's a pretty good stat behind us. A little bit nervous about how we played against Geelong or their game plan against us in the first round of the finals, which was a little bit embarrassing. So if we can turn that around, anything could happen. But it's going to take a pretty special game. I think with Lachie Neale back, that's a pretty big in for us, provided he's fully fit. And, it's a little bit different than rugby league where if one player goes down, it's not massively critical. You don't have, from 4 to 3 subs. But yeah, still pretty excited about it. Won't get to watch all of it because I have a very important golf match on Saturday afternoon, but still very, very pumped for it.
Very pumped. Norm Smith prediction?
Levi Ashcroft.
I was thinking Ashcroft too. Yeah, he stood up last week.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
Oh, jump on. There's a good little punt in that. NRL wise, we've got the 2 preliminary finals games. This will decide the grand finalists. We've got a Friday night and a Sunday game. So they've abandoned the Saturday game to allow the AFL to shine on that day, which is pretty cool. So we're going to have a Friday night game, which will be the Sharks versus the Storm down in Melbourne. Can we get a quick tip from the panel? Melbourne? You're a Storm man, aren't you?
I'm a Melbourne supporter.
You're
I
a Storm
actually think that the Sharks are probably a bit of a smoky. I think they've got a point to prove. But I think the Storm are just going to be too clinical, too good.
Too good at home, you reckon?
I think so.
Like that?
Amy Park.
Kingman?
I'd like to see Sharkies get up. I think they're coming off a pretty decent prelim, was it? Just played?
Yeah, they beat the Raiders 32-10. They beat
very
32-12.
confident one, and that
Very
was
clinical.
an away trip as well. So yeah, it should be a good little fight down there, I think. And I wasn't really blown away by the Storm against the Bulldogs the week before that. So they've had a week off to rest. So they're they'll be a bit fresher, most definitely, and hopefully they've worked out a few things. But hopefully it's a good game. That's all I'm asking for.
Massive risk bringing Jerome Hughes back. I
Yeah,
think.
playing with the spine a bit too much for my liking.
Well, I just think it's a risk having someone that maybe isn't fully fit and everyone knows it. It was on NRL 360 or one of the other shows with Cooper Cronk. He said that if people knew how injured he actually was when he played for the Roosters in the grand final, he probably would have been targeted a lot more because his shoulder was actually quite fucked. But he still played really well because they didn't know, so they weren't targeting. But everyone knows Jerome Hughes has got a crook shoulder and a broken arm. So, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out.
Your tip?
Oh, look, just on experience, I'd say Melbourne. Just on experience.
I'll go on Sharks by 2 points in a thriller. Just think playing around with the spine too much this time of year is no good. Wet weather footy, I say wet weather footy. Friday night footy, a bit dewy, probably brings Cronulla's forwards into it a bit more. I think that's where they'll probably run over the top of the Storm. We've got a fucking ball terror. We've got the Broncos versus the Panthers on a Sunday afternoon at Suncorp, which is dry track. I'm expecting a lot of points. Your boys, the Broncos, mate, how do you think they're going to go here?
I'm so nervous already.
Are you?
I haven't slept a wink. No, I am super nervous. Not so much a bogey team as much as they are a bogey team. We don't play particularly well against them in regular season. I think finals could be a little bit different. Reece Walsh has never won a game against Penrith when he's played, so we've played without him and lost a couple of times. But I think, yes.
Cleary hasn't lost a game in the daytime since 2019. Interesting stat.
So, look,
That's added to the sleepless night, hasn't it?
yeah, it's going to be a cracking game. We know that. Couldn't get tickets, which was really unfortunate, but we'll be watching it live from here somewhere. It could go any way. You know, Broncos 13 plus, but you know, who knows?
13 plus could go anyway.
Could go anyway.
You two lads, Kingman, might start with you.
I reckon the Broncos with the home crowd.
Broncos home crowd in the Sunday half.
Sure, yeah.
I think I'd probably prefer to see the Broncos win than the Panthers to, what are they going to be going? Five in a row?
Yeah.
I think I'd much prefer to see a Broncos.
It'd be their fifth win and sixth consecutive grand final.
So if they make the grand final, it'd have to be pretty short odds to win, wouldn't they?
Ridiculous.
Like against anyone.
I'm on the Broncos. I'm tipping a Broncos Sharks grand
Yeah, right.
final, and I think that's paying. I jumped on it today while we were playing. I think it's paying around $8 if you want to jump on a Broncos Sharks grand final, which I think's it's not out of the question for sure. But I think dry track up there. I think with Benny Hunt coming into 5'8", Ezra's back. I don't know if Cecile one's been named or not, but Ezra's back. Billy Walters' big loss, but Benny Hunt goes back to 6 and
Huge
brings
loss.
Ezra onto the bench.
What
So-
about the Lions, Broncos NRLW trifecta? Has anyone got money on that? Sure thing with Adam King. Are you on that market or?
I had a look at it.
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
Not on it. It's actually not a bit. So
Get on that.
the Lions, NRLW, and the NRL.
Yeah.
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Fuck, that'd be
Into
good.
Brisbane Heat to win the BBL.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Fucking look out. Let us know what you think. Let us know who you think's going to win. Drop us a line, info@preferredliesgolf.com. We love hearing from you. Reach out to us on socials. We want to hear how you've been playing. If you want to record us a message like Daddy Dunbar did, you're more than welcome to. You can email that into us or you can drop us a line on our socials. As I said, love it. Remember to like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. We're starting to kick some goals there, which is really good to see. Final word from the panel.
Herbie's confirmed for the Oz PGA,
Love that.
not the US PGA Tour though.
Not the Queen's. Queensland.
No Queensland either.
Queensland.
Not the Amex Open.
Definitely not Amex.
Well, final thoughts, Simwe?
Big match Saturday afternoon. Another marquee group I'm featuring in. It is a Frizy and Simwu Lee versus Fry Jr. and Rohan Dore from Dore's Flores. So
Big one.
if you're out and about on Saturday afternoon with nothing to do, come and jump in a buggy and come follow us around because it'll be a ball terror, that's for sure.
Fuck the AFL grand final. I'm
Absolutely.
coming off that. Mitchy, final thoughts?
Go hard.
If you can't get out of it, get into it, and don't put sugar in your coffee.
My hat's off to y'all. Thanks a lot.